Welcome back to our channel, Zero to English, the podcast dedicated to helping you achieve fluency one practical conversation at a time. We break down real-world English so you can speak confidently in any situation. If you love practical lessons like this, please remember to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another session of immersive English listening. Today, we are starting a journey through time, specifically the 7 days that make up our lives. We are going to teach you how to talk about your week, from the moment your eyes open on Monday to the moment they close on Sunday. I'm Perry.
And I'm Alan. This is a topic that sounds simple, but it is actually very deep. The way a person talks about their week reveals their personality, their job, and their level of stress. In English, we have hundreds of natural ways to describe our routines. Perry, for most people, the week starts with a specific feeling. A feeling of, well, ugh.
Yes, the ugh feeling. We call that the Monday blues. Let's look at that word, blues. In English, the color blue is often associated with sadness. If you feel blue, you feel a little bit sad or low on energy. The Monday blues is that specific heavy feeling you get because the freedom of the weekend is gone and the responsibility of the work week is back.
It's a very real phenomenon. A phenomenon is something that exists and can be seen or experienced. For me, the Monday blues start the moment my alarm clock goes off. I have a love-hate relationship with my alarm. I use a very soft, melodic sound, but on Monday morning, it sounds like a siren.
And what do you do first, Alan? Do you get up immediately?
Oh, absolutely not. I am a professional snoozer. To snooze is our first key verb. Most phones have a snooze button. When you hit it, the alarm stops for 9 minutes. I usually hit snooze at least 3 times. Scientists say this is bad for your brain, but it feels so good in the moment. I call those extra 27 minutes my bargaining time.
Bargaining time. That's funny. To bargain means to try to get a better deal. You are bargaining with the day. You are saying, I will get up, but please just 9 more minutes of sleep.
Exactly. But eventually, I have to drag myself out of bed. Listeners, notice that phrasal verb, drag out. It implies that your body is heavy like a piece of luggage. You aren't jumping, you are struggling. I move like a zombie toward the kitchen.
See, I am the opposite. I am an early bird. This is a classic English idiom. The early bird catches the worm. It means that people who wake up early are more successful. On Monday, I wake up with a fresh start mindset. I feel like the new week is a blank piece of paper and I can write a new story.
I wish I had your energy, Perry. While you were writing your new story, I am just trying to find my coffee mug. For me, Monday is all about caffeine. I need a jumpstart. Just like you use cables to jumpstart a power battery that is dead, I use a strong cup of black coffee to jumpstart my brain.
We call that a morning ritual. A ritual, ritual, is a sequence of activities involving gestures, words, and objects performed in a sequestered place. My ritual is a bit different. I drink a glass of lemon water, I do 5 minutes of stretching, and then I check my planner.
Checking a planner on a Monday morning, that sounds stressful. I don't want to see my schedule until I have finished my breakfast. I like to be in denial for a little bit longer. Denial means refusing to believe that something unpleasant is true. In my head, it's still Sunday until I step out of the front door.
But once you do step out the door, you're back in the rat race. Let's talk about that idiom. The rat race is an endless, self-defeating, or pointless pursuit. It describes the feeling of millions of people all rushing to work at the same time, sitting in the same traffic jams, and working in the same cubicles.
It's part of the daily grind. This is another very native phrase. A grind is something that is hard and wears you down over time, like a stone grinding against metal. When we say back to the daily grind, we are acknowledging that work is hard and repetitive, but we have to do it.
Even though it's a grind, I always try to hit the ground running. This is a great phrase for your resume or a job interview. It means to start a new project or a new week with maximum speed and efficiency. I don't wait until Tuesday to be productive. I start at 9 a.m. on Monday.
My goal on Monday is just to get back into the swing of things. This is a very common idiom. Think of a person on a swing at a park. It takes a few pushes to get the rhythm, right? To get back into the swing of things means to become comfortable with your routine again after a break.
That's a very helpful way to put it. For English learners, Monday is the best day to set the tone for the week. To set the tone means to establish a particular quality or feeling. If you study English for 20 minutes on Monday morning, you set a productive tone. You're telling your brain, this week we are learners.
I agree. Even if you feel the Monday blues, you can use that energy to focus. I usually spend my Monday morning clearing my inbox. My email is full of messages from Friday night and the weekend. It feels like a mountain of work.
We often use mountain to describe something that is too big, a mountain of paperwork, a mountain of laundry, or a mountain of emails. The only way to climb a mountain is one step at a time, or as we say in English, one task at a time.
I like to prioritize. To prioritize, prioritize, means to decide which things are the most important so you can deal with them first. I look for the low-hanging fruit.
Oh, that's a great corporate English idiom, low-hanging fruit. Imagine you're picking apples from a tree. The apples on the bottom branches are the easiest to reach. In work, low-hanging fruit are the easy tasks that you can finish quickly. It makes you feel like you're making progress.
Exactly. By 11 a.m. on Monday, if I have picked all the low-hanging fruit, I feel much better. The Monday blues start to fade away, and I realize, okay, I can do this. I can survive another week.
And that is the transition from the feeling to the action feeling. We've moved from snoozing and dragging ourselves out of bed to hitting the ground running and prioritizing.
We've covered a lot of ground just in the first few hours of the week. We've talked about morning rituals, the daily grind, the rat race, and setting the tone.
It's a lot of vocabulary, but these are the words that will make you sound like a native. Instead of just saying, I go to work on Monday, you can say, I try to hit the ground running on Monday to get back into the swing of things.
That sounds so much more natural. But Monday is only the beginning. After Monday comes Tuesday, which is often the most productive day of the week because the Monday blues are finally gone.
That's right, but we've spent enough time on Monday for now. I think it's time to move toward the middle of the week.
I agree. Let's get over the Monday hump and look at what happens when the week really gets moving.
Let's go.
So, we have survived Monday. The Monday blues are officially behind us. We have successfully gotten our feet wet. That's an idiom, period. That means to start a new experience or to become familiar with a situation. By Tuesday morning, the shock of the work week is gone.
Tuesday is actually my favorite day for deep work. Deep work is a term for staying focused on a single difficult task without any distractions. On Monday, everyone is sending emails and having meetings, but on Tuesday, the office is usually quiet. People are in the zone.
In the zone. I love that phrase. It comes from sports. It's that mental state where you are performing at your best and everything feels easy. If I'm in the zone on a Tuesday, I can finish a project that would normally take me 3 days. It's all about momentum. momentum. It's the strength or force that keeps something moving.
However, once Tuesday ends, we wake up to the most famous day of the week, Wednesday, or as almost every native English speaker calls it, hump day.
We really should explain this to our listeners because it sounds very strange if you don't know the metaphor. A hump is a rounded, raised part of something. Think of a camel. A camel has a hump on its back. Now, imagine the 5 days of the work week, Monday to Friday, are a mountain.
Exactly. Monday and Tuesday are the climb up the mountain. Wednesday is the very top. It is the peak. It is the hardest part because you've been working for 2 days and you're tired, but you still have 2 days left to go. But once you get over the hump of Wednesday afternoon, the rest of the week is downhill.
And as we said before, downhill is usually a bad thing, like a car crashing. But in the context of the week, it's a relief. It means you are sliding toward the weekend. But let's talk about the midweek slump. A slump is a sudden fall or a period of low energy.
I usually feel the slump around 2 p.m. on Wednesday. I've had my lunch, the sun is shining through the window, and I just want to take a nap. My brain feels like mush.
My brain is mush. That's a very common way to say you can't think clearly. To fight the slump, many office workers go for a coffee run. A run in this sense isn't always exercise. A coffee run, a snack run, or a pharmacy run just means a quick trip to get something you need.
Let's do a Starbucks run, someone will say. It's a social excuse to leave the desk for 15 minutes. And speaking of leaving the desk, we must talk about the lunch break. Alan, are you the type of person who eats at your desk or do you go out?
I try to avoid the sad desk lunch. That is a modern English term for when you eat a boring sandwich while still looking at your computer screen. It's not healthy. I prefer to power lunch. This is a business term for a lunch where people discuss important deals, but I use it ironically. My power lunch is usually just me and a friend talking about movies.
I like to brown bag it. To brown bag it means to bring your lunch from home, usually in a brown paper bag. It saves money and it's usually healthier. While I eat, I like to shoot the breeze with my colleagues.
Shoot the breeze. That's a fantastic idiom for our listeners. It simply means to have a casual, unimportant conversation. You aren't talking about the project or the budget. You're talking about the weather, your pets, or what you watched on TV last night. It's how we build rapport. R-A-P-P-O-R-T. That silent T is tricky. Rapport is a close and harmonious relationship.
Building rapport is the secret sauce of a good week. If you like the people you work with, the daily grind doesn't feel so heavy. But sometimes, even with good friends, Wednesday can feel never-ending.
When a day feels never-ending, I look at the clock and it says 3 p.m. Then I work for what feels like 3 hours. I look at the clock again and it's only 3:10 p.m. We call this watching the clock. It's a sign that you are bored or tired.
To fight the slump, I use the Pomodoro technique. I work for 25 minutes, then I take a 5-minute breather. A breather is a short rest for thought or to recover your breath. It keeps my mind sharp.
By the time Wednesday evening arrives, I feel a sense of accomplishment. I am over the hump. I might celebrate by treating myself to a nice dinner or a glass of wine.
Treat yourself is a very popular modern phrase. It means to do something special for yourself to celebrate a small victory. And surviving the first half of the week is definitely a victory.
We should also mention midweek errands. Some people like to do their grocery shopping on Wednesday night because the stores are less crowded than on the weekend. They want to beat the rush.
That's a smart move. If you beat the rush, you save time. And time is the most valuable commodity during the work week. A commodity is a raw material or primary agricultural product that can be bought and sold. But we use it metaphorically to mean anything useful or valuable.
So, we've climbed the mountain. We've fought the midweek slump. We've avoided the side desk lunch, and we've shot the breeze with our friends. We are now standing at the top of the week, looking down at Thursday and Friday.
It feels good, doesn't it? The air is clearer up here. You can almost smell the weekend.
I can definitely smell it, but we can't celebrate yet. Thursday is waiting for us, and Thursday is the day where we have to tie up loose ends.
Ah, yes, Thursday, the Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. People really will find any reason to celebrate the weekend early, won't they?
They certainly will. Let's talk about that transition, the moment when work starts to feel like fun because the end is in sight.
Let's keep moving. Down the hill we go. Perry, do you hear that? That is the sound of millions of people breathing a sigh of relief. It is finally Friday. In the English-speaking world, this day is almost like a holiday. We have a very famous expression for it, TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday. It is more than just a phrase. It's a lifestyle. Even the way we dress on Friday is different. Many companies have a tradition called Casual Friday.
Let's explain that. Usually, in an office, you might wear a suit, a tie, or a formal blouse. But on Casual Friday, you can dress down. You can wear your favorite pair of jeans and a comfortable polo shirt. It sends a signal to your brain. The hard work is almost over. Relax.
However, Casual Friday has a brother called the Friday afternoon fade. To fade means to lose strength or color slowly. In the office, this means that around 2 p.m., productivity starts to drop. People stop starting new projects. Instead, they just go through the motions.
Go through the motions. That's a powerful idiom for our listeners. It means to do something because you have to, but without any effort, enthusiasm, or interest. You are typing on your keyboard, but your mind is already at the cinema or the park.
I am very guilty of that. On Friday afternoon, I am a clock watcher. We mentioned this earlier, but Friday is the day when it's most common. You look at the clock and it's 4 p.m. You wait for what feels like an hour, look again, and it's only 4:02 p.m. The time feels warped.
Warped. W-A-R-P-E-D. It means twisted or distorted. The clock feels like it is moving in slow motion because you are so eager to leave. Eager means wanting to do or have something very much.
But then the magical moment arrives. 5 p.m., the end of play. This is a business term used to mean the end of the working day. People don't just walk out of the office, they bolt. We used that word before, to run very fast, like a horse.
And once you bolt out of that door, you have officially entered the weekend mindset. The first thing many people do is go to a sundowner.
A sundowner. I love that term. It's a drink or social gathering that happens exactly when the sun is going down. It marks the transition from work time to my time. You feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders.
Now, Friday night is a crossroads. A crossroads is a place where two roads meet and you have to choose a direction. On Friday night, you have two choices: go big or go home.
If you go big, you are heading out for a big night out. You might go to a loud club, a crowded bar, or a late night concert. You're full of energy and you want to party the night away.
But if you're like me, you choose the go home option. I'm a fan of the low-key Friday. Low-key means quiet and relaxed. My perfect Friday night involves ordering in, getting a pizza or some Chinese food delivered, and binge watching a new series on a streaming service.
We should explain binge watching. B-I-N-G-E. To binge means to do too much of something in a short time. If you watch 5 or 6 episodes of a show in one night, you are binge watching. It's a very popular way to decompress.
Decompress. Think of a diver coming up from the deep ocean. They have to decompress to let the pressure out of their body. In life, to decompress means to release the pressure and stress of the work week.
For some people, Friday night is also for catching up. This phrasal verb has two meanings. It can mean catching up on work you didn't finish, but usually it means catching up with friends. Let's catch up over dinner. It means sharing the news of your life since the last time you spoke.
I find that Friday night is the best time for deep conversations. People are tired, so they're more honest. They stop being professional and they start being real. You build deep connections on Friday nights.
But we have to be careful. If you go too big on Friday night, you might pay for it on Saturday morning. This is an idiom that means you will suffer the consequences of your actions. If you stay out until 3 a.m., you will have a hangover and you will feel groggy the next day.
Groggy. G-R-O-G-G-Y. It means dazed, weak, or unsteady, usually from a lack of sleep. I hate feeling groggy. That's why I prefer my early night. There's no shame in going to bed at 10 p.m. on a Friday. We call that being sensible.
Sensible. I'm much more sensible than you are, Alan. I usually try to squeeze every drop of fun out of my Friday night. I feel like I've earned it. I've worked hard for 5 days, and I want my reward.
That is the work hard, play hard philosophy. It's very common in English-speaking cultures. We push ourselves to the limit from Monday to Friday, and then we push ourselves to the limit of fun on the weekend.
Speaking of weekend, let's look at the vocabulary we've gathered for the best day of the week. We have casual Friday, the Friday fade, clock watching, decompressing, and binge watching.
And don't forget TGIF. If you walk into a coffee shop on a Friday and say to the barista, TGIF, right? They will immediately smile and agree with you. It is a universal language.
It's the language of freedom. The sun has set on the work week. The emails can wait. The meetings are over. The weekend warrior is about to wake up.
I can feel my energy returning just thinking about it. No alarm clock tomorrow.
No alarm clock. That is the true definition of happiness.
Well, the Friday night lights are shining. It's time for us to step away from the desk and step into the weekend.
Let's go. Saturday's waiting.
We have arrived at the summit, Perry, the finish line, the golden days, the weekend. For a native English speaker, the weekend isn't just a break, it is a reclamation of one's life. To reclaim means to take back something that was taken away. From Monday to Friday, your time belongs to your boss, but on Saturday morning, your time belongs to you.
And the best way to start that reclamation is the greatest luxury known to man, sleeping in. To sleep in is a phrasal verb that every English learner must know. It doesn't just mean sleeping, it means intentionally staying in bed past your normal wake-up time because you have no obligations, no alarm clock, no snooze button, just pure, uninterrupted rest.
I call it horizontal happiness. When I finally do wake up, usually around 10 a.m., I don't eat breakfast. No, that would be too simple. On Saturday, we go for brunch.
Brunch, a portmanteau word, a blend of breakfast and lunch. Brunch is more than a meal. It is a social ritual. It usually involves eggs, pancakes, and perhaps a hair of the dog.
We should explain that strange idiom. Hair of the dog refers to drinking a little bit of alcohol in the morning to cure a hangover from Friday night. It's a very colloquial expression. But for most of us, brunch is just about catching up with friends. We spend 2 hours talking about everything and nothing.
However, Saturday is not just for relaxing. It is also the day for errands. ERRANDS. These are the small, necessary tasks that you couldn't do during the week, going to the grocery store, the laundromat, or the post office.
I try to power through my errands. To power through means to finish something difficult or boring by using all your strength and focus. I want to get the adulting done early. Adulting is a modern slang term used by young adults to describe doing boring but necessary responsibilities like paying bills or cleaning the bathroom.
Adulting is hard is a common phrase you'll see on t-shirts. But once the adulting is finished, Saturday afternoon is for hobbies, whether it's playing football, painting, or being a weekend warrior in the mountains. This is when we do what we love.
And then comes Saturday night, the social peak. If Friday night was for decompressing, Saturday night is for painting the town red. We used this idiom before. It means to go out and celebrate in a big, loud way. It's the night for concerts, fancy dinners, or house parties. You are living for the weekend.
But then we wake up. It is Sunday. Sunday has a very different vibe. It is quiet. It is mellow. Mellow means relaxed and cheerful. We have lazy Sundays. You might stay in your pajamas until noon, reading the Sunday newspaper or a good book.
It is a day for recharging your batteries. We use this metaphor for humans just like we do for phones. We need to fill our energy tanks for the coming week. Many families have a Sunday roast, a traditional big meal with roasted meat, potatoes, and vegetables. It is the ultimate comfort food.
But there is a shadow that hangs over Sundays. Around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., a specific feeling starts to creep in. We call it the Sunday scaries.
Oh, the Sunday scaries. It's that feeling of anxiety or dread as you realize that the weekend is almost over and Monday is coming. You start thinking about your inbox, your deadlines, and your commute.
To fight the Sunday scaries, many people practice self-care. They might do a facial mask, watch a light movie, or unplug from the internet. To unplug means to disconnect from digital devices to reduce stress.
I also like to do some meal prep. I cook a giant pot of soup or pasta for the week ahead. It makes me feel on top of things. If I have my lunches ready, Monday doesn't feel so scary. It's a way of setting myself up for success.
We have traveled through the entire weekly cycle, from the Monday blues to hump day, through TGIF, and finally past the Sunday scaries.
It's amazing how much of our language is built around this 7-day rhythm. If you can master these phrases, you don't just speak English, you understand a heartbeat of English-speaking cultures.
Let's do a final recap of the power words we've learned today.
The daily grind, hump day, TGIF, sleeping in, Sunday scaries.
And my favorite, play it by ear. Don't be too stressed if you don't remember every word. Just listen, practice, and soon you will be in the swing of things.
We have reached the end of our marathon session. You have listened to thousands of words of natural native-style English today. You should be incredibly proud of your persistence.
Persistence. Persistence. It means continuing to do something even when it is difficult. That is the secret to language learning.
So, wherever you are in your week, whether it's a blue Monday or a lazy Sunday, keep practicing.
Thank you for joining us on Talk About Your Week Like a Native. It has been a pleasure.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, have a wonderful week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.